Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News, your source for accurate updates on Iraq's currency, economic trends, and unfolding financial developments. As of the current date in the USA, the dinar world is buzzing with urgency and speculation. This latest update is sending shockwaves across the global investment space, particularly among those tracking the revaluation prospects of the Iraqi dinar. It's a sudden 48-hour countdown tied to a political move involving former President Trump has escalated the stakes. Whether this is viewed as a tipping point or just noise, it's impossible to ignore the intensity building around the Iraqi dinar right now. The urgency stems from a perceived deadline with deep political and financial implications. Investors, analysts, and everyday holders of IQD are feeling a rising pressure. The idea that something significant might unfold within 2 days is fueling both optimism and anxiety. Some believe this could be the most pivotal moment in years, while others advise staying grounded in facts. But one thing is clear: this could be the moment that reshapes the conversation around the dinar's future. At the heart of all this is the concept of an RV, or revaluation, which would involve a significant increase in the dinar's value against major global currencies, especially the US dollar. For years, people have held on to their dinar, driven by the belief that one day it would surge in value and provide substantial returns. The road to this point has been anything but smooth. Delays, unfulfilled expectations, and political complications have tested investors' patience, but this current 48-hour wave of speculation has reawakened intense interest in what could happen next. So why now? Why is this moment being treated with such urgency? Much of the pressure centers around former President Trump and recent political maneuvers believed to be connected to financial systems and global agreements. Some analysts suggest that Trump's influence through diplomacy, trade strategy, or legacy international deals could indirectly act as a trigger. His past positions on Middle East policies, U.S. financial regulation, and Iraq itself have made investors wonder if we're about to see a reaction within currency circles. These conversations have moved beyond theory. They're now driving real financial behavior. And that's where things get tense. For many people who've held on to the dinar for years, some with life savings or retirement funds tied up in it, being told they might have just 48 hours to act adds an entirely new level of pressure. The emotional roller coaster of anticipation, hope, and fear is peaking. Some are picturing a future of financial freedom and stability. Others worry that the clock will run out without any tangible change. In both cases, stress is real, and clarity is desperately needed. Expert opinions are split. On one side, there's cautious optimism. Analysts in this camp point to Iraq's improving economic stability, ongoing international partnerships, and steady central bank policies. They argue that the groundwork for a revaluation has been laid, perhaps even completed, and that global events could finally set the process in motion. On the other side, more skeptical voices urge restraint. They highlight the complexity of currency systems, the lack of formal announcements, and the dangers of speculation-driven decisions. They're warning: don't get caught up in hype without verified proof. Both views have merit, and that's why the smartest approach now is to stay calm, informed, and focused on facts. Revaluation rumors often generate misinformation, and bad actors tend to exploit moments of uncertainty. Whether it's fake countdowns, exaggerated claims, or high-pressured tactics, the financial space becomes a magnet for scams during moments like this. That's why due diligence is critical. Double-check your sources, consult reliable economists, be wary of anyone offering guarantees or asking you to move quickly without evidence. But even if this 48-hour countdown ends with no fireworks, it doesn't mean the story ends. A revaluation is a complex financial process, not a one-day spectacle. If Iraq continues on its current trajectory, strengthening monetary policy, closing the gap between market rates, and modernizing its banking system, then structural change is inevitable, even if it takes more time. Still, if something does occur within this short window, even a partial rate adjustment, it could set off significant financial shifts. That's the dilemma many investors face right now. risk missing a once-in-a-generation moment or act too fast without enough clarity. As the countdown continues, it's important to pay attention not only to global headlines, but also to what's happening on the ground inside Iraq. One of the most immediate concerns remains the difference between the official exchange rate set by Iraq's central bank and the parallel or street market rate. That gap has been a consistent source of confusion and financial friction for Iraqi citizens, making it difficult to trust the currency or plan ahead. However, recent reports suggest that the Central Bank of Iraq is actively working to close that gap. If they succeed, it could restore confidence and bring welcome stability to daily transactions, a key step toward any sustainable revaluation. A strong local example comes from Hamid Abu Ras, a well-known currency exchanger in Iraq. His recent statements highlight an unexpected shift. The Iraqi dinar's purchasing power is starting to improve as the US dollar loses ground locally. This might seem like a technical shift, but it has serious, real-world consequences. When the dinar gains value against the dollar, Iraqi citizens can stretch their money further, whether it's buying groceries, covering transportation, or supporting their families. This increased affordability brings hope and signals a healthier economic trajectory. What makes Hamid's comments even more noteworthy is his position in the market. As someone whose business often benefits when the dollar is strong, his recognition of the dinar's strength suggests a genuine change in dynamics. It indicates that even those who once relied on dollar dominance now see more benefit in a rising dinar. That kind of shift isn't just symbolic, it suggests a broader change in confidence among Iraqis themselves. A stronger currency doesn't just help individual consumers, it lifts the entire economy. When people trust the value of their money, they're more likely to spend locally, invest in small businesses, and support domestic industries. This reduces Iraq's dependence on foreign imports and allows local products to compete more effectively. It also means more money stays within the country, fueling job creation, innovation, and economic growth from the inside out. Whether it's factory workers, farmers, or shop owners, everyone stands to benefit from a rising dinar. But for this progress to truly take root, there needs to be faith in institutions, especially the central bank and government leadership. And right now, both appear to be focused on doing just that. The central bank's steady actions to stabilize the market, curb inflation, and improve foreign reserves show a clear intention to strengthen Iraq's financial backbone. But the role of everyday people matters too. When Iraqi citizens stay informed, engage in financial discussions, and challenge bad policy through public awareness, it builds a more accountable and transparent system. Long-lasting change isn't just built on policy, it's built on participation. This is why the current moment feels so important. Whether or not anything dramatic happens within the next 48 hours, the conditions are ripening for significant financial evolution. If the revaluation doesn't come immediately, that doesn't erase the progress made so far. On the contrary, it means the foundation is still being built. And when the moment does arrive, it will be far more sustainable. Still, we must acknowledge the emotional toll all of this uncertainty brings. The pressure of watching a clock tick down, especially when tied to unpredictable global politics, creates anxiety, sleepless nights, and hard choices. The dream of waking up to sudden financial gain is exciting, but it's also mentally exhausting. That's why stepping back, reviewing your strategy, and grounding yourself in reality is more critical than ever. Ask yourself, are you making decisions from a place of clarity or from a rush of emotions? Are your expectations measured? Can your personal finances weather a delay or a letdown? The answers to those questions matter deeply right now, and so does your mindset. Whether the revaluation begins today, next week, or months from now, it will always reward those who approach it with patience, information, and foresight, not panic or speculation. To wrap up today's broadcast, the most powerful tool in your possession is still knowledge. Whether or not this Trump 48-hour window becomes a turning point, your future will be shaped by your ability to stay calm, Verify facts and make wise decisions. Don't allow internet rumors to guide your financial moves. Don't rush just because someone online said now or never. Think, prepare, and always take action with intent. Thank you for joining us on Iraqi Dinar News. If today's report helped clarify the chaos or brought you closer to understanding what's really happening, please hit the like button. Subscribe for ongoing updates and share your thoughts in the comments. Are you staying hopeful, anxious, cautiously optimistic? We want to hear from you. We're committed to following this story to the end, however long it takes, and keeping you updated with facts, not fear. The road ahead may be uncertain, but it's also filled with potential. Until next time, stay informed, stay strong, and remember, the smartest move is the one backed by knowledge, not noise.